Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much more, but most importantly, the story itself. Coming soon from Gamble Comics, BC Brute. Time for Monday Night Raw. How do we start?
So, we have Evolution coming out to complain about the unfair treatment they've been getting since Tori's arrived on the scene. And of course, that encourages both Tori and Erica to come out. So, let's see.
You know what I find ironic about this development?
Yeah.
Is that in WCW, Ric Flair and Eric Bischoff were at odds, but so far in Alpha and Worldwide,
They've been buddy.
Eric has been willing to take anybody's money to
Yes.
do whatever makes his life easier.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, so of course, Tori comes out and says, guys, what's wrong? I'd love to communicate this. What do you guys feel is unfair?
Yes.
Is it the fact that you've been paying Bischoff off to do what you want, and I don't do that? Like, what is unfair exactly? Of course, this is when Triple H kind of like looks off into the distance. Flair kind of just goes, "Listen, what? I just feel like that my boys Evolution have a valid manager's license. They have every right to be at ringside. They've done the proper paperwork. You know what I'm saying?" And Tori says, yeah, that's great, but I've also, done this crazy thing where, she watches the product and she's seen what they do when they've been around ringside, and to protect the integrity of the show and the main event, she feels no need for them to be at ringside. Before they get a chance to really argue their point, Christian drags Flair out of the ring. Shawn super kicks Triple H. This leaves Randy Orton alone in the ring. And out comes Umaga.
Ooh.
And we're off to the races.
It's tonight? Yeah, tonight's that match.
Tonight's
it's beautiful.
the night.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So Eric and Tori vacate the premises. We go to commercial. Once we come back, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, my
We have
goodness.
Randy Orton versus Umaga. Now,
Yeah, this is family business right here.
Yeah.
Anawahi family and Randy Orton, or the Orton family.
the Orton family, yeah.
Third generation guy.
Yeah. So, Oz apparently, I'm sure we'll have the images up on the screen
If
now.
they exist.
If they exist.
Otherwise, I'll try to hodgepodge some stuff together.
Yeah,
Figure
but
it out.
I honestly, God, so when I made this match originally, I was like, these two have definitely had a match. But now I'm thinking about it,
Yeah.
I can't, nothing comes to mind.
Right.
So maybe they haven't.
I don't think so.
And if it was, it might have been like a tag team thing or something.
Yeah, maybe.
But regardless.
Oh my god! You know what? There was this one time, and I'm not sure Umaga had a job, but probably. Remember that one time where Randy Orton and John Cena took on all the Raw roster?
Oh, yeah.
They may have touched in that segment, maybe.
They really like that gimmick because they did that with the Shield like 5 years later.
Yep.
Man. But, yeah, so this is literally Umaga wrecking shop here.
Also, you got to think about it this way.
Yeah.
Vince loves humiliating people. So he did it
Big
multiple
fan,
times
yeah.
with the tag team division, with Braun Strowman.
Yeah, when he had a tag team division. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so anytime there were guys that would team together, he would be like, oh, go beat Rowan
beat him.
by one single guy.
Yeah. My God. When, like, literally, like, The Bar was one of my favorite tag teams at the time, and I literally cannot look at their reign the same way because they were beat by a 10-year-old child in Braun Strowman.
Right.
I'm like, Vince, I know you hate tag teams, dude.
Do you know what I like about the 10-year-old?
What?
He was the kid of a referee.
Yeah, no, I know.
I thought that was...
That's real. Listen, that's a great moment for that kid and all that.
And the referee, too, yeah.
Yeah, the referee. Was he in the match? Did he
was
count?
the ref, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, that's a great family moment that they're going to remember forever.
Forever, yeah. Absolutely.
However, I don't know them and I don't care.
Of course. No, I don't. I'm not saying it justifies it. I'm just saying it's amusing.
Yeah, it's very humorous.
Yeah. But, like, as far as the bar, I feel bad for him.
Dude.
My goodness.
Especially because at that point, Sheamus and Cesaro was probably at their highest peak of underappreciated.
Speaking of Sheamus.
Yes.
So, I think it was one of the YouTube wrestling channels. I'm not sure now if it was Cultaholic, if it was What Culture, if it was Wrestle Talk, but one of them
like 20.
proposed the way they see the Endeavor WWE future going, and as soon as they said it, I got intrigued. So they think that under Endeavor there is a chance that guys, when their contracts come up, they use Sheamus as an example because his contract's on its way up.
Oh, it was Cultaholic.
Cultaholic, okay. They said, so Sheamus, for instance, will come into the office and they'll say, here's $3 million. And they said, well, I want 5. And they said, get lost because they don't care anymore, right? And my initial thought was, maybe, I don't know. But more importantly than that, the idea of Stephen Farrelly showing up in All Elite Wrestling and teaming up with Claudio...
That's his real name?
That's his real name, yeah.
Man,
Teaming up with Claudio Castagnoli, it intrigues me.
To be fair, he'd be a fascinating member. He'd be the closest member to Blackpool in that whole group.
Right? But more importantly than that, to me, if we could get Stephen Farrelly, Claudio Castagnoli together, I struggle with this. I don't know whether or not to exercise Jon Moxley from the group.
That would make no sense to me, but...
Well,
okay.
And have him team up with Sami Callihan's Switchblade Conspiracy, or incorporate Sami Callihan in and have this Switchblade Conspiracy be a sub-faction of the Blackpool Combat Club.
That would make more sense, because, let's be honest, Blackpool Combat Club is literally just a bigger, more structured Switchblade Conspiracy.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I said I struggle with this... the structure of it all.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it to be an NWO gimmick where everybody you've ever known was in the group.
Yeah, but at that same point, like, there's logical ties to everyone you just named.
Absolutely.
In the group.
Yeah, not mad at it.
Because, let's be honest, like, Claudio was kind of, like, out of left field. He just happened to situate in very well because
Brian was injured, too.
Yeah, and that, too.
I think that's one of the major reasons he was injured.
It definitely helped, and then, you had the Sabre match, and then literally the next match was blood and guts.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I've seen him in the Blackpool Combat.
Yeah.
It sequenced by well.
Yeah, and so all I was saying is I think that idea intrigued me of seeing where people land when money is on the table.
For sure. Yeah, it'll be interesting in the next 5 years to kind of see what the wrestling landscape looks like. But speaking of wrestling, Randy Umaga dominates pretty much most of this match. He's bigger than Randy. At this point, I think he has more experience than Randy.
I bet you're right.
Yeah,
I bet you're right.
I would guess.
No, it's not even I bet. I guarantee you're right. Because I was looking this up when we were planning for the stuff.
Yeah.
Turns out that Umaga and Rosie and Jamal, they actually were teaming for probably 4 or 5 years on the Indies before they got the call to do 3-minute warning. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were wrestling in the late 90s together.
Huh.
And so that kind of surprised me. But hey, it's all good. Yeah, Samoans are big in wrestling, so.
Yeah, that one I knew.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm about to say there's literally like 3 million of them.
Yes.
But yes, so eventually the Umaga goes for a Samoan drop, tending to go for the splash that won him the championships. Orton, of course, very familiar with that, rolls out of the ring and tries to crawl and escape. At this point, I don't know if we're all set if the announce table is at the top of the ramp or
it is.
Is that the top?
Yep.
Well, he starts crawling to try to run away. Umaga, of course, chases after him. Ref chases after him because I don't want him starting the count yet.
Sure.
To try and get him back in the ring because he understands the importance.
Give him some leeway.
Exactly. And eventually they fight up to the announce table. Umaga decides, screw it, I'm just going to put him to the table. So he picks him up, sets him up for the Samoan drop, and he does the pop-up Samoan drop. So Orton, seeing his positioning, calculates, turns in midair, and nails an RKO through the announce table on Umaga. and then says, oh crap, I could win. Runs back to the ring, drags the ref along with him, and says, count. And the ref goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Umaga is out.
Ty Dillinger.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. Ty Dillinger runs out. Actually, he's probably in the company at this point.
Gavin Spears, Sean Spears, yeah.
My God.
2003, I don't think not yet.
No, too early?
Not too early. But
I remember him being in developmental for a very
quite a
long
while,
time.
yeah.
But Orton wins via countouts
That's
to retain his spot
in
the
that
tournament.
U.S. title tournament. Yep.
Exactly. So good for Randy. I think this is his first singles win in the. I think this is our first countout on Raw.
On Raw, yeah. SmackDown's done it twice.
I'm about to say
now.
SmackDown's done it too, but I know for us, one.
Yep.
So cool. But
a lot of fun.
Old Randall Keefe.
Yep.
Big W for him. Next up, we have Molly Holly versus Victoria with the right to have for Victoria the opportunity to get into the title match on Sunday. I think it's Sunday. Who cares?
What day is your show?
23rd.
Oh, the pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Sunday.
All right, cool. So, yada yada yada. Black Widow Alliance is banned.
Do they listen though?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Because if they don't, Tori threatened to fire her. So,
Okay.
simple. She doesn't play around. She's not Bischoff.
There you
go. But basically they've wrestled before. You've done the classics again, similar to with Shawn and
yeah, it's a TV
Jericho
match.
last week. TV match, not a pay-per-view match. It ends with Molly hitting a Molly go round after Victoria unsuccessfully tries to like put her foot on the rope and cheat.
Mm-hmm.
And 1, 2, 3 match is still a 1-on-1 at the pay-per-view. Next up, Hardcore Holly beats Al Snow. Why, you ask? I just wanted to put Hardcore Holly on the show.
Hey, that's cool. That's cool. Give me the belt and have him beat everybody.
Yeah, I mean, that was listen. That's a foolproof plan. That's what they're doing with Roman right now.
I know, right?
And who would have guessed? It works. Cena does just a little like rap segment music video type situation, talking about the tournament contenders. Now that he officially knows everybody, he does like Max Caster style diss track on each and every one of them. Says I'm gonna be the guy that beats whoever's.
It's funny that you say like Max Caster because John Cena's the
John
guy.
Cena's the guy that Max said.
Yeah, he's the guy I think of.
Well, listen, now he was the only like direct person I can like point to and go, oh, go check this guy out on YouTube.
Sure.
What he's doing is what Cena's doing in our world.
Absolutely.
But that Cena also did in real life.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Many decades ago.
Back in 03, maybe even 04, 04 type timeline. Him and Eddie Guerrero had a U.S. title feud.
Yeah, I remember
Good
that.
stuff.
Man.
It ended in a parking lot brawl, yeah.
I think it was one of SmackDown's first parking lot bros. Well, first, like,
that style.
Style like that. Yeah, I still remember that match. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, I love those guys. Love that time. My goodness.
Good times. But so this on everyone in the tournament. Christian and Flair U.S. title main event.
Ric Flair in the main event. Love it.
Hey, listen, you gotta respect your elders.
Yes. Something Tony Khan's really good at.
Yeah. Honestly, like his uses of legends is the best I've ever seen in my time being a wrestling fan.
Well, the problem is that Vince was on top for so long that it just puts that
the only
bad
other
taste
option
in your
was,
mouth.
yeah. The only other option was not ideal.
Yeah. And then TNA, they had a bad habit of doing the opposite of Vince, which was having them beat all the young guys who you needed to have some balance, whereas that's what we got right now. Yeah.
Ideal. But yeah, it's definitely some improvements. I don't know who got in Tony's ear and explained that, but they're doing a great job.
Might be Shad Khan.
Yeah, probably. That makes sense. But yeah, so this match between Christian and Rick is literally just a good wrestling match.
I don't think these two guys could do a bad match.
I don't think they know how to. It's kind of impossible. Especially because this is the point where Rick has his low self-confidence thing. So he's wrestling in a shirt and he thinks he can't go, and then obviously he can. And everyone's like, "Are you watching the same matches?"
Yeah, exactly. You do know your name's Ric Flair, right?
Right. I think you forgot, but. Yeah, no, these two have a great match. Rick's working the leg to try and obviously get the figure forward. Christian's is, of course, working the neck to try and increase the velocity of the kill switch, not
Yep.
velocity, but you get my point.
Yeah, I got you.
Eventually,
Impact
Thank
of
you.
the kill switch.
impact to the kill switch, and that is exactly what happens. Christian nails the kill switch, gets the 1-2-3 to retain the U.S. title. After the match, Kurt Angle slides in, hits the Angle Slam, says, "I watched the show last week. I saw what you did, and I'm going to take great pleasure in shaving your head come Sunday."
Love it. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, it's so good.
And that's how we go off the air.
Beautiful.